Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I am Monica, the Kismet Chemist, and in today's reading, we're having coffee talk, and we are going to be talking about love and friendship. So this is going to be a collective reading. It really sparked for me because I've been talking. Sorry, my nose itches. Anyway, I've been talking to you guys a lot about friends, some issues that I had with some former friends of mine, and at the same time, conversations that I've had with friends. And it seems to be a collective feeling that I've noticed more and more. Many tarot readers are picking it up. This message of it's time to discuss love and friendships. It's time to discuss why people come into our lives, what the purpose of it is, and move from there. And I couldn't think of a better theme than Friends. Now, Friends is one of my absolute favorite shows. I used to, when I was pregnant with my daughter, Elizabeth, oh, look, Central Perk, they're just popping. When I was pregnant with my daughter, Elizabeth, I actually watched Friends almost exclusively because it was the only thing that brought me comfort. It was like going home. It's much the same way as I feel when I read Harry Potter. So the thing about the show Friends that Spirit is bringing to my attention right now is the fact that all of these people, you know, Ross and Rachel and Monica all grew up together. But Chandler came in during college, and then Joey and Phoebe afterwards. But they all came from from different walks of life. They came from different places. They had different backstories. They all had different aspirations and different dreams. They were very different people. But the thing that brought them together and kept them together, despite all of their struggles and all of the hardships that they had, was love. That was what melded them together. And on this spiritual journey, we can hear a lot of times, well, this person isn't going to resonate with you. This isn't going to resonate with you. And yes, I'll admit, like, I've run into that myself. You do run into those issues. But whether or not a person resonates with you, whether they are, say, into the same things as you or enjoy the same things as you, it doesn't make or break a friendship. It doesn't make or break a connection. What makes or breaks a connection is the respect and the love between the people. Now, you can love a person and not be meant to be with them. We've got the Four of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Now, what did I just say? You can love a person and not want to be with them. And this isn't exclusive to relationships. This is also in friendships. You can want everything with a person and still have to walk away. So we've got the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and Strength. And the Strength card has been repeating. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, I filmed earlier today my third eye chakra reading. And when I filmed that reading, I had this deck, Everyday Tarot. And as you can see, I've got the Strength card on the back of the Everyday Tarot. But I literally just split it and put like one on each side. See? Okay, I literally did that the last time and had it on each side, and it was still Strength and the Eight of Wands. So this is a definitely a strong collective theme. But what I'm seeing here, essentially what Spirit wants you to know is this is what we prize. The Four of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Cups, we prize these things. And yet at the same time, we find ourselves at the end of a road with certain connections. And the Eight of Cups, I'll always say, is not always about walking away from something that you love or someone that you love. It's about going and finding your ninth cup. You have the 8 cups, you've built them, you've put them together, and now it's about going and finding that 9th cup. And as you can see, we've got repeating 8s here. We've got the 8 of cups, the 8 of wands, the strength card, which is also the card number 8. So the reason why we get into this state is because we feel as though we have to defend ourselves. And if you're in a connection, if you're in a friendship, if you're in a relationship in which you feel as though you have to defend who you are and what you believe in and what is right for you, it's not a connection that's meant for you. And sometimes it comes down to understanding that you don't have to always be on the defensive. And if you have to be on the defensive, then the relationship that you're in just isn't the right one for you. And that's okay. That's okay, because you know what? There are other people that are out there that are meant for you. And sometimes it's the people that are from your past that come in. You know, I was talking to my friend Sarah yesterday, and I haven't talked to her in like a year and a half. And it's not because we don't resonate with each other or our vibrations are different. It's literally because life got in the way. I don't believe that we have to base our judgments on these things. Sometimes we are here to learn lessons with connections. Sometimes these connections trigger us. They teach us something, and then we are meant to move on. And that's what it is. But there is never a reason for us to have to defend why we do certain things, why we make the choices we make, why we go the way that we do. If somebody, I'm hearing it's a moot point, and I know it says it right up there, but if somebody is making you justify you being you or you doing what is right for you, then that person isn't meant for you. And that means that the stronger that you are, the more things will change for the better for you. All right, Spirit, can we speak some more on this? Okay, so the moo point, there, I'm still getting brought back to a moo point. So Joey used to say it's a moo point in the show. It's a moo point. And he said it's like a cow's opinion. It just doesn't matter. That's kind of what the point here is other people's opinions of your actions, your choices don't matter. And if that person that you're thinking of right now, that one person, has decided something that you don't agree with or has made you feel as though you have to constantly defend yourself and protect yourself and be in a state of fight or flight or in a state of survival mode because of their actions and their reactions, then they are a moo point in your life. Their opinions don't matter. The only opinion that matters is the one that you have of yourself. So we have 18 with Magic Stream and 48 with Wishing Well. Is there anything else in here, Spirit? So this is quite literally about, number 10, rock bottom. And then number 7, into the unknown. And I think there was one more in here. Okay. Yep. 25 with metamorphosis. So we've got 2 10s, 1 7s, 3s, but 8s. A lot of 8s. But we've got 7 7 7 here, 8 8 8, 3s, 3 4 6 9. 3 6 9. That's Nikola Tesla. Okay. All right. Sorry. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I really love numbers. Okay. So this is about, you know, the connections that you're asking about, the connections that you've gotten yourself into that you have felt have been a challenge or a struggle and you don't understand why. It's because sometimes you have to get into one that literally brings you to rock bottom. You have to get into a connection, a friendship that brings you to a point of feeling as though you can't go anywhere but into the unknown. All right, we've got one more in here. When you hit this rock bottom in the connection recently, Some of you, this is literally a love connection. Others of you, this is about your friendships. This is about your connections. This is about knowing that everything's kind of a mess. It's about knowing that in order to have the things that you want, you have to walk away from the things that just, they don't feel good. And that's the biggest thing, is they just don't feel good. Like, the joy and the happiness that you want should feel good. And when you hit rock bottom, they always say when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go. But I always say that, you know, I've hit rock bottom and then kept digging. Because there's always somewhere else to go. There's always another way out. The rock bottom card talks about both paths lead to this place. But what if you dig down? What if you dig over? Like, there's never a definitive, this is the end of the road kind of thing, unless you choose for it to be. And most of the time when you're in this state where you think that you're in rock bottom, what you're really in is the unknown. And that can be scary. So we can be reactive a lot of the time, be very reactive. But if we realize this, if we recognize this, we can transform who we are and how we come into the world. And the number 7 is prominent again, of course, 7s and 8s, which 7s are the seeker numbers. They are the wisdom numbers, the spiritual numbers. And 8 is all about the earthly realm, the physical plane. So this is about learning how to seek those in the physical world that are truly right for you. So let's find out what Spirit wants you guys to know about love and friendships. It says, a friend is someone who can see the truth and pain in you, even when you are fooling everyone else. Okay. Yeah, we're going to keep going and then we'll talk. Everyone hears what you say. Friends listen to what you say. Best friends listen to what you don't say. A friend is someone you can do nothing with and really enjoy it. It's like a pajama pant day. I love pajama pants day. Friends are the most important ingredient in the recipe called life. A friend is the first one to walk in when everyone else is walking out. I can communicate with my best friends just by pulling faces. Okay. Essentially here, the biggest thing is knowing that in life, your friends, the ones that are truly your friends, they're going to see, they're going to hear all the things that you don't say and all the things that you don't show. They're going to be there to support you. They're not going to tell you that you're wrong for what you're doing. They're not going to vilify you. They're not going to attack you. They're not going to try and harm you in any way, shape, or form. If you have somebody who is literally like intentionally hurting you, intentionally attacking you, intentionally doing things, even if they have some sort of justification for it, that is not a friendship. That's not a friendship. If somebody says, okay, this is like, we're not right for each other, and they walk away, and you don't allow them to walk away, you're not a friend to them. If you are looking at a connection and you say, you know what, if you abandon me, you aren't a good person, but you don't realize that you're putting some sort of standard on this person that says you have to be subservient to me. That's not friendship. That's not love. Now, if you're on the other side and you're experiencing somebody doing that, which I find more likely than not for my viewers, because you guys are very similar to me, so you've been in this situation before, similar to me, it's okay to walk away from the person that puts down some sort of requirement for your friendship. Sometimes you have to embrace the magnitude of your own inner strength, and you have to say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I am not engaging in this. I'm not going to participate in what you feel you need to do. I am going to make a wish with the universe. I'm going to step into the stream of life. I'm going to make magic. And I am the kind of person that if you want to be here with me, I would love for you to be there with me. However, I am my own person. I own my life. I take control, or I take responsibility for my life and not yours. And my life is not yours to dictate, to control, to anything. Sometimes you have to be strong and you have to be firm, and then you have to be willing to walk away. And that's funny because on the bottom of the deck we have walk. And it says, when you feel buried under your work, stop everything for a minute and take a little walk. Outside and inside are just as good. Look around you and breathe slowly. This way you can get your mind off things. So these stress less cards, the reason why I felt pulled to them, or I think they just called to me, is because we can get very, very, very stressed out about love and friendship. We can get very stressed out about whether this person is right for us, whether that person is right for us, whether this situation is going to help us or harm us. And I've been there. I've been there so many times I can't count, because I've had friends that weren't real friends. And it really did impact me. It really did hurt me deeply. And now I understand that their opinions and the ways that they were acting are a moot point. I had this friend, this guy friend, for the longest time. And, you know, he did everything that he possibly could to keep me out of the relationship that I wanted to be in. And the funny thing is the relationship he was trying to keep me away from is the one in which I'm in right now. It's my marriage. And he wasn't doing it because he loved me. He wasn't doing it. He didn't want to be alone. And so he didn't want friends who weren't alone, so that he didn't have to face the fact that he was truly alone. Now, does he realize that? Not a chance. Is that my opinion? Absolutely. That's the energy that I pick up from it. Alternately, like you guys have heard me talk about my former gay best friend. He just genuinely wasn't a good person to me. He genuinely did not support me and did not love me. He did everything and anything he could to harm me, to hurt me. Because I needed to walk away from the friendship because it was hurting me. It was harming me. We have to allow ourselves to be open to seeing the truth. We have to allow ourselves to be open to understanding that sometimes the people that are right for us are the people that are the most oppositional to who we are. Not the ones that hurt us, not the ones that challenge us in a painful sense. Because you know what? Me and the former gay best friend, we were very, very, very similar. We were incredibly similar. We had very parallel stories. We had very similar situations, experiences, emotions, gifts. We were incredibly similar. And it is that factor that hurt the most, is because I had found somebody so much like me. And yet at the same time, because we were so much alike, he knew exactly how to manipulate me. He knew exactly how to hurt me. He knew exactly how to do that. And I allowed it. Now, this isn't 100% on him. I allowed it. I allowed it to happen. I was people pleasing. I wanted to have this friendship. I wanted this connection. And I wanted to believe in there being another person out there like me. So I got into the connection. We have to take responsibility for the things that we do and the things that we don't do. But we also have to take responsibility for stepping up and standing up for ourselves. And right now, it feels very strongly as though in the collective, we don't, like, there are too many of us who don't want to engage in friendships, or who want to view friendships in a certain way when it's not right for us to see it that way anymore. And I don't know why I keep saying right and wrong lately. I know I've been seeing the justice card, but it's about knowing the truth of our own hearts. And because we know the truth of our own hearts, the people that are right for us, that are meant for us, that love us, that respect us will come into our lives. And we can stress ourselves out and worry continually because I don't have any friends or nobody understands me or anything like that. We can absolutely do that. Or we can choose to stress less. We can choose to trust spirit. We can choose to leap into the unknown, let ourselves be transformed, and watch as our wishes come true because we have done what is right for us. Let's take a look at these stress less cards. These are great steps for you. And then we're going to do some mindful messages and then I'll let you guys go. So we have forget your goal. The next time you start doing something, figure out your goal. When you have it, just forget about it, as though it didn't mean anything. Instead, concentrate on the doing itself and on every part of the process. Give all your attention to the doing and not 1 second to the goal. When your attention is not focused on what's supposed to happen, doing something will become easier and take less energy. Okay, so on this note, and this is a card 13. On this note, I want you to think about friendships. Think about connections that you know have been in your life for too long. Or that I just saw 22:33 on my clock, by the way. Anyway, think about connections that you know aren't helping you. They make you feel sick. They make you feel anxious. They make you feel lesser than what you actually are. I want you to think about those connections. Think about those friendships. Now, the goal is to stand up for yourself. The goal is to speak your truth. The goal is to say, I will not do this. This is not how it's going to go. This is my parameter. This is my boundary line. And if you cross this, this is done. Now that's your goal. You're going to do that. Now, forget that as your goal and just do it. Just stand up for yourself. Just choose what is right for you. Because that's where you need to be right now. That's what Spirit wants you to see. Is that right now it's okay to prioritize you. All right, we have feel your body. Close your eyes and feel your body. Just feel it. Don't do anything special. Concentrate on different parts of your body. The soles of your feet, your thighs, your stomach, diaphragm, lungs, back, neck, face, head. Give each part of your body attention as you stop there. Use 5 to 10 minutes for your whole body. When you pay attention to yourself and the feelings in your body, it's a bit like giving water to a flower. When you listen to the needs of your body, you can respond to them easier. This, again, is what I was talking about just before this. This is about recognizing when your body is telling you that this is not right for you. When somebody is making you feel sick, is eliciting emotions, your body is telling you what is and isn't right for you. Your body is telling you we need to get out of this. We need to move forward from this. We need to change this. We need to get out of this state because... And now I'm brought back to the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. Like, your body is telling you it's time to walk away from being this defensive, from having to be in the connections and in the friendships and defining love based off of walking away from some aspect of you that is true to you in order to defend something else, or having to defend yourself so frequently that you have to walk away from so many things or so many people because you're not listening to you. And you can absolutely slow yourself down and be like, okay, body, show me what my intuition is telling me. Show me yes. Show me no. Is this person right for me? Yes. Is this person wrong for me? Yes. Is this like... Ask yourself questions, ask your body questions, and then give it time to respond. For me, and this is something that I learned from Shaman Durek, I learned what my body will tell me for yes and for no, much like you would get with pendulum. So I would take a deep breath and say, body, show me yes. And I would get a rush of energy. If it was a divine feminine yes, I'll get a rush of energy on my divine feminine side, which is the left side. Or alternately, if it's for divine masculine, it'll be on the right side for divine masculine. And it became it'll show me, okay, this is pertinent for your root chakra. This is pertinent for your heart chakra, because that's where the energy will trigger. But you have to be willing to listen, to feel, and to be open. And you can't do that with yourself if you're constantly doing that for other people only. You have to give to yourself the way that you've been giving to other people. And then we have do it in slow motion. When you feel stressed, try doing something in slow motion. When you do this, you will notice you're concentrating on it more intensely. When you are concentrating, you will be present, and being present reduces stress. I'm starting to think that Chloe Taylor was right in the fact that, like, when she burps, it's because there's a lot of energy moving through, because I can feel the energy right now. And this is a dramatically different energy than what I was working with this morning as far as third eye chakra messages goes. But here, yeah, this is literally about slowing down. We can get in fight or flight mode. We can get ahead of ourselves. We can move too fast. We can go too fast, and it can be very scary. There's a lot of things that can be frightening, emotionally frightening. It's not necessarily that it elicits like a rush of cortisol because you're terrified. I'm talking about like genuine, like emotional fear, because, man, this is not what I'm used to. On the back, we have personal journey. I follow what feels right within me without needing validation from others. We are each our own journey, and mine does not need to look like anyone else's. My enjoyment and satisfaction is validation enough. Have I not said that? It is a moot point. Whatever anybody else thinks or says about you, your journey, what is right for you, what is wrong for you, no one else's opinion matters. It's only what matters to you. And a true friend is going to be there 100% of the time. Okay, my friend Amanda from the Done Creative, she is also an author. And I was working with Hay House Writing Community last year. And the people in Hay House Writing Community were very, very, like, they paid a lot of lip service to being very supportive. But there was not a lot of support when somebody would surpass what others were doing. So, for instance, I published 2 books in a short amount of time. And then I heard, wow, that's amazing. You're so impressive. I wish I could do that. And then everybody stopped talking. And it's stuff like that where we get in our heads because we are feeling as though we are inadequate. But I'm not putting that opinion out about anybody else. They're putting that opinion on themselves. No one else has the right to make you feel inadequate. No one. You get to feel exactly how you're meant to feel, but you also should not ever put that on somebody else. A true friend would be like Amanda, who is also an author. She hasn't published, but I just published my 3rd book. And you know what? Day 1, she purchased a copy of my book. Day 2, she is celebrating with me. That is true friendship. That is 100% true friendship. If I disappear for a week and don't talk to her, and then I come back and I'm like, hey, sorry, I was doing this, she literally will be like, hey, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? I'm glad that you took care of yourself. Because that's true friendship. That is true blue friendship. That is what you should be looking for in a connection. Not somebody who is like, you can't disappear on me because you're being selfish. No, you're not. You're doing what is right for you. We all are on our own journeys. We may all be connected, but we are all unique and we all are individuals. And each unique individual is pertinent to the whole, which means we have to nurture each individual in order to make the whole whole. All right, let's get your other mindful messages. We have food. What I eat fuels me. I eat the best foods accessible to me. I infuse my food with love and gratitude before eating. Visualizing the nutrients I am consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing this food. Then we have commitment. I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. Even though I may not see the physical manifestation of my desires, I know they have vibrationally manifested and are on their way to me. Inspiration board. If I am ever feeling down or bored, I spend time creating a vision board to place in my home. I fill it with quotes, pictures, and desires that bring me inspiration and joy. And then finally, it's not personal. People's reactions and opinions of me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I'll remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. This is going back to Amanda. One of her favorite books and one of the books that she uses as her lessons the most is the 4 agreements. And that is one of the four agreements. It's take nothing personally. Now, this is 100% about the commitment that you have to what you put into yourself. And it's not just about food. Yes, part of it is food. But this is about what is it that you put into yourself and how much are you willing to believe in yourself. The commitment card along with the fuel card is very, very much that Knight of Pentacles energy that we got down on the bottom. It is very much about knowing that no matter what, as long as you put one foot in front of the other, as long as you put forth the effort of knowing what it is that you're doing and knowing what it is that is right for you and really committing to that, then you're going to keep moving forward and everything that you're building is going to come to you. It's going to take the time it takes. I mean, I've talked about the energy relay delay so many times, but for those of you who are new here, the energy relay delay is what I like to call divine timing, because I detest using divine timing because too many people are like, oh, and I have been there myself. So I think of energy relay delay in the sense of this is my intention and this is what I'm building and this is what I want for my life to look like. And it's like writing an intention on a boomerang, and you send that boomerang out into the universe. Now, the bigger the intention, the more in depth or the more expansive the intention is, the further that boomerang has to travel through the universe, and then it has to come back. But it's a boomerang. It's going to come back. It will come back because that's the trajectory of what you just threw out. And the universe is there to say, we're sending it back. You just have to be patient and just keep moving forward. Don't worry about the goals, but be committed to living every day for them. Living every day as though it's already here, as though it's going to happen, as though it already has happened. And sometimes I'm not one for vision boards because I've never done it before. However, I will tell you that literally in my closet, I have it's like an open closet area, and I have my altar space in there, but all of my walls are covered in tarot cards. But I also have a post or a whiteboard on there, and it says a quote from William Wordsworth that says, "Fill your paper with the breathings of your head." And then a quote from J.K. Rowling that says, "Words are, in my opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic." And then I can't remember who this quote was from. I honestly can't remember, but it says, "Write until it becomes as natural as breathing. Write until not writing makes you anxious." Now, as a person who suffers from anxiety, I wouldn't suggest doing something until not doing it makes you anxious, but it was what I needed to understand that you can do the things that you want. Now, I am reading these to you because those are my inspirational messages for writing, because writing is a part of my soul. I told you about the tarot cards because it fuels me to look at them, to see them every day, and to interact with them on a daily basis because they call to me and they're part of my soul. These two factors are two different things in the world. They're like night and day, but you can combine them and bring them together if you choose to. And that, again, is back to the Friends theme, where they're so different of people, but they still came together in love and harmony. So, in conclusion, it's okay to prioritize you. It's also okay to know and to trust that you are worthy and meant to have deep, loving connections. It's okay to walk away from the people who hurt you. It's okay to say this isn't right for me and to walk away. And if that person is hurting you, know that it isn't because of you, it's because of them. It is 100% because of them. And it may be sad because I will say honestly, for me, it was very sad knowing that I had made friends with somebody, that I had welcomed him into my heart, and he attacked me emotionally, mentally, and my business just attacked me. And it was really painful and really difficult and really hurtful. But it wasn't my fault. It was his choice and his actions and his opinions. Those don't have to do with me. Those are projections of his own insecurities. And I understand that. That's not me. That's on him. And what I chose to do was send love energetically to him while also asking for energetic ties to be cut. Sometimes we have to walk away from things. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we are meant to fight for what is right, but it's about recognizing what is right and what is not right for us, what helps us, what harms us. All right, my loves. This was very intense. This is very, very intense. But I want to say thank you guys so much for sticking through it, for being here with me. And thank you for being friends to me. Thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world and back again. Okay, sorry. Maybe I should go watch Golden Girls. Oh, Betty White. Oh, okay. Well, thank you guys so much again. Thank you to the collectives, guides, and ancestors and ascended masters. But thank you so much to Spirit for inspiring me for this reading and for helping me find the words that I am meant to share. And just thank you so much. I am ever so grateful. If this video resonated, please hit the like button. Go ahead and share it out with your friends, your family, on your social media. You know, just help others find their strength and their self-empowerment. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the little notification bell up in the corner so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. As well as, if you want, you can check down in the description box. There are links to my books, Chemistry with Kismet, Journeying into the Self to Heal the Mind, and What If, Concepts Challenging the Norm, as well as my newest release, Something Spiritually Catchy. There's also a link to my program, Breaking Boundaries, Finding Freedom, where you get to break yourself out of the masks and the labels and the definitions of other people, define yourself, choose your path, and choose what is right for you, as well as watching fun movies like Euro Trip, Super Troopers, Blades of Glory, and taking salt baths. Yay! So it is a really great program, and it is designed to bring you a balance between the spiritual world and the physical world, and bring you into who you are and what is right for you. I am offering a 50% off discount from now until June 30th with that program. So take advantage now. It is the best time to do so. Also, if you are interested in donating anything to my channel, it's always welcome. Donation links are down in the description box. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been donating lately. You guys are just amazing. You are rock stars. You really, truly keep this channel going. You fund it so I can get new decks and better equipment. And yeah, so thank you so much. Seriously. If you are interested in personal readings or personal videos, healing videos, anything like that, please visit the link in my About section or in the description box for personal readings, as well as stay tuned for my new product line. I will have cleansing products as well as tarot products available for sale soon. So stay tuned for that. And I want to say thank you again one more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys all. Bye.